Hey everyone. Hang on, we're just getting started here. Let me take out that camera. Make sure I got everybody's face in here. I do. Hey friends out there. This is Kristen
Hi,
Fagan
everyone.
with Softlex Company, and I have a bunch of friends joining me for our Pearl Inspired by Pearl design party. Let's pop off that banner so we can see everyone's beautiful face. We have everyone muted right now, and we will bring them in just a moment. I just want to kind of say hello, get a few of you kind of joining me, trickling in. We have this streaming live to the Softlex Company Facebook page and YouTube channel, and a lot of our friends here today have also been able to stream it live to their pages. It might be either or, their Facebook or their YouTube. So if you can't find it on one, go check out the other, because we have so many of us that we're only allowed a certain number of slots to share the stream. Oh, lovely to see everyone joining us. So we have a really fun event planned for you. We have been seeing pearls everywhere for the last year or two. And we did the Inspired by Sundance party that was hosted by Abby Berta of the Bead Place a few months ago. And that was fabulous. And we decided we really like to do these design parties, and we're going to come back and do one again. So this is our next installment, the Inspired by Pearls event. And I just want to say thank you to everyone here that decided to join us and bring their pearliest ideas, show off what they've got in their shop or kits they might have or project ideas, and just have a little fun design party together. So thank you all for saying yes and joining us and hanging out. And thank you to everybody here in the comments that is starting to trickle in, and just hang out with us for a little while and let's make some fun pearl designs. So I'm going to start, I think, with Abby. I'm just going to go in the direction of how I see you guys on the screen. So if Abby, if you want to come in and unmute yourself, or if you want to bring your hand cam in, let me know. Okay. All right. I'll bring in your hand cam so that she can go ahead and unmute that.
Hello. Can you hear me okay? No feedback?
Sounds good.
Perfect. Awesome. So, hello, everybody. Kristen, what do you want me to do? Just kind of give a general overview of what I'm seeing in pearls, or
yes, I think that's probably how we should kick it off, is let's go around to everyone and just kind of give a quick little synopsis of what you're thinking about in the realm of pearls, what you might want to share with us, and then we'll come and we'll all kind of get a chance to design together for a little while. Does that sound good?
Like a perfect plan. Okay, so what I am seeing in pearls right now is a juxtaposition of organics. Well, actually, I should say I'm seeing two distinct trends with pearls. I'm seeing a juxtaposition of pearls and classic kind of romantic designs with kind of organic, modern, almost inspired by nature designs, but in a chunky or unexpected way. So I'm seeing a ton of more kind of soft colors in pearls, mixed with gold, mixed with mattes. And I just love seeing pearls with flowers, but metal flowers. So not necessarily pastels in the flowers, but maybe pastels in the pearls. And then the other distinct trend that I'm seeing is pearls with trade beads, specifically colorful trade beads. So those are two kind of almost in my brain opposite sides of jewelry styles. But when we see them kind of cross over together, it's so striking and lovely. And I am just totally here for it, because you guys know I love juxtaposition of opposite trends. And so it just sings my song and speaks my language. And I'm really, really excited about it.
Yay! I love that. What a great synopsis of some of the things you're seeing. I'd love to hear. Abby loves the word juxtaposition, and yes. I love that she loves it. Because it's so fun to have that contrast, and like really having that strong contrast, which is kind of what I think of when you say juxtaposition, is sort of yes. the soft with the hard, or the light with the dark, and having that like super strong contrast. The metal flowers, I was seeing a bunch of flower stuff, And I love that with pearls. I think that's so fun.
Yeah, I feel like with our last couple of conversations about the trends and the contrast between pearls and metal, we saw more like grunge styles in opposition to pearls. And it was like very harsh of a contrast. So we saw a lot of antique silver, kind of like industrial looking chains with pearls. And now we're seeing more of an organic style, like I was saying. So we're seeing like the softer side of that contrast.
Very cool. And what kind of things were you thinking about working on today?
So I am probably going to be working on 2 different projects. I don't know if you guys can see on the bottom of the screen in my hand cam. We brought out 2 new kits for this evening. These pearls are cultured necklace and wrap bracelet kit. So this is colorful pearls mixed with a variety of trade beads. And then we brought that kind of classic pearl look into it with some pearlized seed beads to kind of just add more whimsy to the design. And then also tonight, I'm going to be working on the Baroque but not broke necklace kit. And so that's this here, where we have the kind of soft but stately and statement style artisan chain. And then we have this kind of organic, bubbly, almost like caviar style pearl accent that we've done on several of the links. So I'm going to whip up a couple of these. And then I just wanted to take a minute to show other examples of pearl jewelry that's kind of popular right now. This is another style. This is a project that we did a while back, just because it's my personal style, but I'm happy to see it on trend now, of seeing the pearl with trade beads. This is our Java juxtaposition. That's my word for the night. This is our Java juxtaposition kit that we have linked in our description. And then another style that I wanted to show where we have like this softer kind of more organic style pearl. These are some check glass beads that we combined with pearls and some kind of soft but funky and statement worthy chain in gold. So that was another project that I just wanted to bring out. Not going to work on this tonight, but just wanted to show you guys an example of those trends that we're seeing.
So pretty. You're getting a lot of love for your trends in the chat. And Khalidi says, I love the pearls and the links. The minute I saw that, it reminded me of one of the first jewelry designs I ever made, because it was taking pearls and wrapping them inside of a chain. Now, they were not the same shape. I really love how your pearls are kind of all different. They look like they're all different sizes, right?
Yeah, yep.
And of course, the chain is super cool and very on trend. My chain was very different that I had used years ago, but it brought me back to one of the first designs I ever made in beading.
That's so cool. And it's so neat to see how these trends just kind of are cyclical, but we see these trends reinvent themselves each time they come around. And I love it.
Super cool. Thanks, Abby.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, let's see. I have Cynthia next, but I think she wants to switch her camera around, right?
I can switch it here in a second if you want to talk for a few minutes, and then if you guys want to switch to a different view and let me, go to the ceiling view.
Sure. Do you want me to bring someone else in and then I'll come right back to you? Does that work?
Yeah, we could just, move, we can walk and talk. As
they say. I got an idea. Okay, I'm going to share my screen for a second.
There you go.
How does that work? Okay. I pulled up a couple of things that I saw just quickly, and I love this one. How does this look? Oh yeah, there we go. Look at this. How cool is this necklace on Timothy? I think it's just so fun to see him in this pearl choker. So that is one. Isn't that great? Oh, I love it. And then let's see, I've got another one I grabbed too that I wanted to share. This one. was, this one, the Power Pearls. So if you guys caught me on my video on Wednesday with Softlex Company, I made a Power Pearl necklace and earring set. And I just love these big, huge pearls. I didn't go quite this big, but I feel like I got close. So that was the other screenshot I wanted to share. What are you all thinking about that?
Nice.
I'd love to hear in your comments.
When Abby was talking about the trade beads and the softer colors, I was thinking, you know what? Does anything ever not stay in fashion for very long? She was saying that, I've been collecting Sundance things for years. This is from like 25 years ago.
I'm going to pop you on the big screen, Cynthia.
Thank you. So this is from, look at this. We have sketchbooks that we pull our favorites from all different sources. This is from like the 90s. So this is old Sundance right here. So we have turquoise and pearls, and we were talking about soft colors just now. And this is, I kind of feel like these types of things come in and out of fashion, you know, like some of those same shapes. Like we were talking about earlier, how grunge was last time we did it. And there's a little bit of that element from the 90s here. So as she was speaking about that, I thought, you know, one of my favorite looks is those soft pearls with a soft color. And I didn't even see this, but the kit I put together for this is right here. And this is featuring a lot of those delicate, sort of smooth ice cream, sort of, maybe that's pistachio, I don't know. The Amazonite, like these weird, like they have kind of a neat pebbly texture. And I happened to find some faceted pearl rondelles. Can you believe that? When was the last time
those are pretty
those?
and fancy. I don't feel like I've seen anything like that.
And kunzite. So I'm excited. This is what I'm going to make with tonight. And I'm going to bring in this combination. And we'll see if I can make it work. I've got white and some silk ribbon. So that's my project. And then I'm going to try and figure out what bead to put with it. I have some painted beads that I've done over our Sunday Night Lives. And I thought this kind of fit with that palette of this.
Oh, those are so perfect.
Thank you. So I'm excited about working with that, and we'll see what happens. That's my, thank you, Azalea. She dropped a comment showing this. It's a very limited edition. I have only made like, how many did we make? 12? We made 12. So anyway, that's what I'm going to try and get going here on my project. Here's a necklace that I featured. This is mother of pearl and some other mother of pearl, but I'm using trade beads and carved beads and glass. This is a necklace that I wear all the time. I like to mix and match my stones, and this is knotted on double quartz. So
Colidi says that looks like a romantic beach stroll. I think she's talking about your mix that you created. I agree. It's so beachy.
Oh, yeah, pretty. Thank you. I thought, you know, I was thinking about the colors that I've been wearing lately, and it just seems like that is a good mix. I love soft neutrals. And, oh, thank you. Azalea turned on a light, so.
Made it a little bit nicer.
A little bit brighter.
I love pearls with pink. I think it's so romantic and delicate.
Oh, thank you.
Pink and white is always good.
It looks like we're bringing out all the pearl people tonight. We've got Jenny that says she loves pearls. She's a pearl person also.
Me too. These are good. They're like teeth, but in the best possible way.
Right on. Well, we're excited to see what you create. Thanks for sharing with us, Cynthia, and being here.
Thank you. And thank you.
Beautiful. So it looks like we've got Danielle up next. Danielle, how are you? Let me bring you on the big screen.
Hi. Sorry, I was muted for a second there. Hi.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So yeah. What are you thinking when it comes to being inspired by pearls?
I was actually the trade beads. I agree 100%. That I see that everywhere right now, and I love it. That's a beautiful look. And I'm also seeing like Millefiori still. I know that's not kind of a new trend, but it's enduring. Putting the glass beads with like the almost like rainbows and bright colors together with them. But one of my favorite Sundance inspired ones is copper with Picasso beads and pearls. And so
Oh,
that's what I grabbed from my stash tonight to work with.
I love that combination. I'm a big Picasso bead fan. I know that
You and me.
not everybody is, but I really am.
Yes, I remember you love the Picasso beads. We like all the same color palettes too. So I think you're going to like the one that I brought tonight.
Becky is here for the Pearl-spiration. Did I say that right, Becky?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Kim is saying a wood element addition would look good too. You know, that does, with the trade beads, you almost kind of get that woodsiness, right? That kind of earthiness with the pearls.
Yeah, exactly. And that would go really nice with a Picasso look. I'll show you the findings and the ones that I had in mind for tonight. I was feeling the woodsy when I grabbed that color.
Perfect.
But then I also grabbed this one. So I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but this looks like a wooden branch a little bit. And then I was going to do a tiered fringe off at the top.
Oh, that sounds really lovely. Great colors. It looks like you were right in line with that earthy vibe that people were thinking.
That's what I was feeling. I even grabbed a blue kind of randomly just to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, but it will be beautiful.
Love it. Excited to see what you create. Thanks, Danielle.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back to everybody and see who's next up in my lineup. It looks like it's Miss Sarah James. Are you ready, Sarah? All right, we'll bring you in full screen.
Yeah, sure am.
Look at your pretty pearly tiara. It's gorgeous. Right. Tell us about it. You're having?
Thank you so very much. So we were talking about obviously. Sure. Yeah, we pearls has always thought of something as something for bridal. You know, it's like traditionally white and classic and just very colloquial when it comes to bridal wear. And this is a tiara that I wore over bridal weekend almost a year ago now, but it has made its way into my fashion repertoire, of which love fashion, love style, love trends. Like they always find a way to seep into my heart and soul, personally. And anyway, so it was nice that pearls are really making like such a kick-ass comeback. Like it's not just for Coco Chanel classic anymore. We're seeing it with, if I can quote Abby, like the seeing like the juxtaposition of different colors and textures and styles. So I love that we're able to bring some of this like classic beauty into our accessories and into our fashion wardrobe. So what size of pearls did I use on my tiara? I did not make this, and thank you very much, but they are like massive ones, big old daddy pearls right here. What I have for everyone today is a look at the Society Papers collection from Jessie James Beads, which is a new on-trend collection that we put together, giving a nod to the hit series on Netflix, Bridgerton. So Bridgerton, whether you're a fan or not, I'm sure you've heard about it. It focuses on Regency era love and romance. And there's a lot of really cool and beautiful fashion, much of which has pearls involved with it. So I'm going to take a moment. She likes it. Let me flip us on down to the mat here and just share with you a little bit of what's been going on at Jessie James Beads. And I was really excited to be able to bring this collection. Oh, 4-letter word. Hang on.
It's like you're teasing us, Sarah James. It just goes, it's like we see it for a second and then it goes away. So you're giving us little teases. I like it.
New, using the phone as a webcam. There we go. Ta-da. So this is just a little peek at the Society Papers collection from Jesse James. So
Are you having?
we
do you
are
think maybe you're having a connection issue,
seeing-
or
here?
okay? Looks good. I think it's holding.
Are we good?
It just keeps
Okay.
flashing a little bit, so I don't know. But you can keep talking because we're seeing the picture. It's just kind of flashing on and off.
Okay. I like don't breathe on it. It's the wrong way. Why is it doing this? No. Give me like one hot
Sure.
second here to just go.
You got it. You got it. I'm going to take you off. I'll take you off.
Sorry, everybody.
No,
I
that's
was
okay. We'll come
really
back.
preparing so hard for this show
Sometimes,
because
it's the
really
technology just
amazing to be amongst such
takes a mind of its own.
incredible designers and powerhouse women in our industry here. So I do not want to be the one messing up.
No worries. I'm going to come back to you, Sarah. Just like give us a heads up when you think you're good, okay?
Yeah.
All right. We'll give
Okay.
Sarah a minute.
Let's see. Let's try this.
Oh.
Does it?
How are you doing?
All right, guys. So we're gonna just like flashy right here. Really pretty. Going in and out. No, I know you should just swap for me, but you know, I gotta tell you, let me go back to
I have a feeling maybe you just were having a little bit of a connection issue. I'll come back to you, Sarah.
Okay. Give me one more quick second to try to update something. Yeah, I think it's probably my connectivity. I'm never going to be invited back again to hang out with all these amazing.
Oh, it's happened to all of us.
I felt like I was in an awesome bead rave.
It was. That's what I was saying. Like, just keep talking. It just keeps flashing on and off. It's like a big tease.
Hey guys.
Hey Cassandra. Here's Cassandra from Beads to Live By. We will come back to Miss Sarah James when she's feeling like maybe she's got it settled up again. So Cassandra, how are you feeling about Inspired by Pearls?
Oh my goodness. So I did bring my hand cam in. I don't know if you saw.
Whole hour.
Oh, hold on, Sarah. Sarah, can you mute yourself?
On camera with you guys, like
Sarah,
what
can you
that?
mute yourself?
Egg.
Sarah, you're not okay. Now she's muted. Like, I'm trying to do it and it wouldn't let me.
Oh,
okay. Hi, Cassandra.
In case anyone was ever curious as to whether we're all like 100% human or not, I at any moment could have a dog rave to join the bead rave. So I'm home by myself. I have a couple of yappy little dogs and they happen to be resting comfortably right now, but you just never know.
You never know what will set them off. That's so true.
Never.
And then you're going to have a dog rave.
I had to show off. I pearlized my nails for the event.
You know what? I love it. And I'm just going to come to me for a second because I copied you.
Yes, queen. Oh my gosh.
I saw you post that on Instagram and I went, oh my gosh, I'm going to do the same thing.
Well, and then, so I started to say, I think Sarah James was still in and out, but I actually tried to bring my hand cam in because I took all of my pearl jewelry off that I was wearing so that I could show it up close on the hand cam.
Okay, so let's see where your hand cam is. There you are. I see it. So we'll add you to the stage and then we'll make that big. Does that sound good?
There we go. So I could not agree more with the kind of resounding trends that we're hearing. You're either going to be super like Victorian and pearly and kind of I feel like East Coast beach party chic, or you're going to have like funky colors and that juxtaposition of Abby, are you a former art student, a recovering art student? Because I feel like that's where we all pick up that term.
No, but I'd like to be.
You are by trade, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I just love the contrast of having like fun, funky colors and something that we're not always given. I think, you know, at one point there was not permission to use that contrast, and now it's like everywhere. Although I loved seeing Cynthia's old school catalog designs that she pulled out, because that's 100% the way that I archive my inspiration pieces as well. This piece is super special. One of our local designers, who also happens to be my mama, is teaching these techniques with the micro mosaics now, and used me as her guinea pig to show me how to make this fun pendant. But the pearls I had to bring in to that necklace just to show off the design. I feel like when you use pearls, it can be a really great way to kind of give way to another focal piece that you want to feature. And Kaliti, 10 points for using juxtaposition in a sentence. I love that. And this piece might be familiar to some of the folks that participated in Customer Appreciation Week, which is kind of what born the Inspired by group too, didn't it?
It's true.
Got the original design of this, and it was called the origami pearl bracelet because I had an origami bead in this focal place. But this is some of the then my hand cam was freezing up. This is some of that reconstructed turquoise that you're seeing in the Inspired by Sundance video, and then the bracelet is from that Customer Appreciation kit that I did. So I just stacked this design, but with these colors for the event today. So I've got a handful of these available as a kit, as well as this necklace.
Ginny says, "Oh, that's just so juxtaposition." That's gonna be like that's like the Pee-wee's Playhouse word of the day. You got to scream "Ah!" when you hear juxtaposition.
Yes, there you go. So I keep waffling back and forth on what I'm gonna do today, but I did have a really cute inspiration photo saved where it was like a couple of big pearls and then lots of small ones with seed beads in between it. And I think I'm going to play off of, I've got several colors of these really lustery, gorgeous glass pearls. So I don't know if I've seen a lot of that yet. We've got the real pearls listed, and I also have sets of these beautiful glass pearls. And I really needed to have like a beachy themed project involved in tonight because, obviously pearls come out of the ocean. So I've got these little seashell beads that I'm going to mix in, but I'm also torn because I have an earring that I really want to make out of our friend Heather Powers' piece and some of the glass pearls and the seed bead mix that's also in this necklace kit.
There they go. There's the dog rave. All right. Well, that will wrap you up for now, Cassandra. We'll come back to you. And let's bring in Let's bring in everybody again. We also have Humble Beads in the background. So I'm going to bring you in, Heather, and I'm going to bring Sarah James back in. Okay, so let's see. Next up on my list here is you, Heather. You ready for me?
I am ready. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, let's go full
All
screen on you. I know you had a gorgeous mix that you were bringing to the table today.
Yes. So welcome to the dark side of pearls, you guys. So
I love that.
I kind of wanted to, well, it's not that I want to, I can't not add my own style into trends. And even though something's trendy and that's the jump off point for me, I'm always going to go back to the things that I really love. And so this little collection that I got going on, I'm going to say it's like opulent forest, where I'm going more into the dark earthiness of flowers and trees and birds, and letting the pearls do a lot of the talking, but also matching them up with check glass beads that have some of the same or similar qualities of pearls that are really intriguing. So with I got all these, this is like my pearl stash from the last 20 years too, I have to say.
You pulled out all the pearls. I
pulled out all my pearls that I have, and I'm like, okay, what can I do with pearls? And so the check glass, a lot of the ones that I carry have etched finishes and AB and metallic finishes. And these look so perfect with the pearls, where you're catching the light from the pearls and the pearlescence in with the little flashes of color that are on the check beads. Same with this one. I'm going to do a necklace with some simple round pearls. And then we have these teeny tiny little droops that have this beautiful AB and gold finish on them. And there's great complement to the pearls. A great juxtaposition, if you will. And I think when you're matching up the beads with the pearls, it's fun to see which ones work better, because sometimes more contrast is going to look better. So even though this isn't, like, say this pearl would be more of a match, I mean, not pearl, check bead, I would go with a lighter color to have more of a contrast, because you need to have that contrast when you're using monochromatic designs, you guys. And then I also think like this design would work well too. And again, with those gold flashes and, you know, just really complex surfaces on the check glass beads work really well with the pearls. And I'm going to be using these little quiche pearls as like flower petals. And so I'm going to do some long earrings with the quiche pearls, and we'll see what I get done. And then I have one little lone starfish over here where we're going with the beach look. And so I saw a design similar like this on Pinterest, and I have a little Pinterest board that I'll share on the event page later tonight. And I saw a design that kind of looked like this, and I thought, oh, that would look really fun in this combination. And
your table's making me think, like, isn't it fun to just gather all these little pieces and put them together? And in a way, I just wish I could like wiggle my nose and it'd be like
be right there,
and then make it just happen, because it's like that's so much fun to gather it all and kind of put these things together. And then the hard part is actually finally stringing it.
Right. Oh, and I am going to be first time ever in my life knotting soft flex tonight.
Oh, that's so exciting, because
so I'm going to do that with this
a lot
design right here.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited for this, because it is possible. Danielle Wicks has done it quite a few times. Sarah and I have done it a few times, but I'm not a big knotter. So yeah, I'm curious to see how you feel about it once you get going.
I'm going to use it more of a construction kind of situation instead of decorative. So we'll see how it goes. Cool. And then I do have to point out, I have a little Green Girl Studio on my table today, which Cynthia, I think I got this a million years ago from you at Bead and Button. And then these components, I'm going to be teaching another faux tin class. If you want to learn how to make these, you can check out Humble Beads to learn about that. And then all the other focals I'll be using are my handmade artisan beads.
Oh, they're just so beautiful.
And I'm going to get to work.
I love it. It looks, no matter what you make, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous looking at that table, Heather.
Thank you.
Thank
me luck.
you. Wish you luck. Yes. Okay. So Sarah's back. Let me bring you back in here, Sarah. And I'm also going to add your hand cam to the stage too. Okay. So which one do you?
Thanks for having me. And my face cam is the one that my voice will be coming out of. And
okay.
Thanks for having me here.
Yes, we love having you here.
In the mountains here. And I think that it was just a little bit of like network overload with the webcam going. But when there's a will, there's a way, and we just keep swimming. It's Friday afternoon and we're hanging out with beads. So that's a good thing.
It did seem that way. It seemed like it was trying to connect, and maybe it just kept kind of getting kicked off. So
and I was wondering, is it happening to everyone? Is this just how we are? But nope. It was just me. But you know what? I'm a solution person. So happy to be able to talk about this. The collection that was raving for everybody, and then the dog.
Yes, we were all. It was the bringing the pearl party.
Woohoo! So these pearls are more pearls in the classic sort of sense, but what I'm going to do with them was a little bit more on the edgy side, and that I've got some, I don't know what to call these things other than like croaky connectors to be able to make some eyeglasses. So I love the trend. Fun. Yeah, I love the trend of draping chain and beads to your sunglasses and then making your sunglasses an even sassier accessory. So that's where I'm going with this. But just to show you what's on the table, now that you won't be, having seizures from the pearly, the rave party that was happening earlier, we have got the Society Papers collection, which is our spin. Thanks, Cindy. Glad to be back. The Society Papers collection from Lady James is our spin on Bridgerton Regency era fashion design. So it's really kind of cool that Bridgerton season 3 came out when it did, just as pearls are like really hyping up in the fashion world right now. So we have our 3-strand designed, inspired by the 3 leading ladies from the last 3 seasons of Bridgerton. There's Lady Daphne, who you see often in blue. And the pearls are very prevalent in the larger focal strand here. Then we have Lady Kate. This one, the pearls are a little more subtle, but these really beautiful large hole beads that are just kind of whispering throughout this bead strand. And then lastly, there's Lady Penelope with the Jesse James beads, boho beads with the pearls.
Just so pretty.
So lovely there.
Not to spoil it for anybody, but what do you think of Lady Penelope's new colors this season?
I'm like, full disclosure, and like, I don't know Bridgerton that well. I've seen the first season. I know all about Lady Daphne.
Oh, so you don't know about the change.
Well, I know about the change in colors because I've been informed by the team at Jesse James Beads that loves Bridgerton. But it's really cool to see, like, just because something is like pop culture, even if you're not into that pop culture, if it's not like your thing, you can still like love the design style and the aesthetic that comes from it. And I just like this whole collection just really tickles my fancy with all of the pearl pops with cool chain and unique beads that are just so fun and engaging to check out.
I love it. I mean, Bridgerton is I think it's so much fun. You have to watch some more, Sarah, because they really, between the costumes and the jewelry, and you really will dig that. And then it's really just a fun little soap opera. So it's a great show. But Penelope's colors are usually like very like the citrusy colors like you've got on there, and also with the bright pinks. But then she's kind of gotten a little deeper in her tones in this new season. And it's been turning heads, let's say.
I've heard all about it. I've only seen season 1, so I feel like I can't skip to season 3 yet. I need to watch Lady Kate first. But trust me, I have heard all about it. I know about the carriage scene. I'm like,
it's so good. I know. So
All these coming
there's
up.
there's a lot of us in the comments, I think, that are just waiting for the next installment, which is I think next week. Terry says, Kristen, you just sold me on Bridgerton. Yeah, you got to give it a watch. It's really good.
And I know that there's many of us that love to, like, when you watch your programs and you have something on TV, you like to also be like creating and making. So, like, what better way to get, into a soapy sort of
That's such a good idea.
and with some really cool beads to play with. So I'm looking forward to diving in and doing a little bit of pearl action. I think I'm leaning towards the classics here for my sunglass accessory, but I also brought on some of the ribbon that we have from the collection, thinking that this could be cool as the neckline, as the neck backing, to attach like even just a strand as she is. So that's where my head's going for the design portion of
very,
the
very fun. I love it.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful
everyone too.
Yes. Well, there's always somebody, so don't feel bad. There's always, it just happens every single time. There's always someone that might have some techie issues. When you live stream, anything can happen, right?
Yeah, we're all humans.
We're all human, exactly. So, all right. So, everyone, we're just going to start. We're going to do some designing. I'm going to show you my bead table. I'm going to actually show you some things. I'm going to come to my base cam first, and then we'll pop back around and see what people have been working on, because I know a lot of you. I see your hands moving, and you're making all sorts of fun things in the background. So, I'm just going to share some stuff I have here. First up, bold pearls, like what I showed on the screenshot. I made this necklace on Wednesday, and it is using these huge 16 millimeter shell pearls that we have over at Softlex Company. We even have them in 18 millimeter, so you can go up a little bit more. And we have them in 14 millimeter. And this is the dark teal color. And then we also have white, pink, a peach, and gunmetal, which the gunmetal is really, really pretty. They probably look very similar to this on camera, but these have a little more of a teal look. So I made these earrings and this necklace on Wednesday. I also made these earrings, which use our craft wire, just wrapped around, and then craft wire for the dangle. And then I was playing with making those drops with the big bead, but doing one long, one short. And I like it, but I think I have to go a little more dramatic. I think my shorter one should get a little shorter and my longer one should get a little longer, because there's a lot of asymmetrical or mismatched earrings that are hot right now too. So these are super fun. I wanted to show that, and you can check out those tutorials from Wednesday. I also have what we made on our last Inspired by Sundance, because I ended up using a lot of pearls in my design when we did that one. So I used those coin pearls in this double strand necklace. And so I love the coins. I think the coins are so fun and classic. And then when you add like just the Softlex showing, I think that was garnet I used, it really kind of almost modernizes it a little bit, because it just feels so like minimalist, I guess that part was. And then I made some really cute pearl earrings to match with those coins. And again, I went with the whole mismatch thing, because I actually did this one and this together, which I thought would be fun together, because you've got this button on the necklace. So kind of playing with that mismatched idea again. And then the last design I have here is from our first kit of the year, Deco the Halls. And this was a little more of like that Art Deco style, black and pearl, a lot of sunburst and gold, very classic style here. So those are just some things I wanted to share with you. We don't have that kit anymore, but you can find all of the coin pearls and the large shell pearls that I just showed And then I'm going to go ahead and just bring you down to my bead table real fast too. Let's add this one. And I have a couple of fun things. I don't even know what I'm making because I'm too busy just hanging out with one, checking out what everyone else was doing. but here are the teal beads that I made in the necklace that I was showing you. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that shine. They're really high quality. I know they're a little more, they're a little pricier than some of the other ones you might find online, but that's because of the quality. The luster is great. They have a really good heft. The holes are all really uniform and beautifully done. So they are worth the price that we've got them at. And they're a big strand. This is actually the full size strand. You get 25 beads. So they're pretty amazing. This is the gunmetal color, dark gray. And we even have a couple that are graduated in colors. So that's kind of fun if you wanted to do some earrings and you wanted to have a few different colors in the one strand. Look for the graduated color strand. And then for our pearls, I pulled out a couple of our pearl gemstones. All of our pearls are 30% off at Softlex Company this week. So anything I'm showing you online is 30% off. You don't need a coupon. You just add it to your cart. It's good for retail orders and it's good until Tuesday or while supplies last. A lot of things are just 2-3 strands tops we have. So really, really limited. But this one is the one that's calling to me. I want to really make something with this one. I love these big nuggets and I just don't know what yet. So I think I might play with that today. We'll see. Here are those coins that I showed on the Sundance necklace. This is in the peach color. So it's got a little bit of a peachy tone. And then here are some of our cornflakes. This is a full strand of cornflakes. These are so delicate, so pretty. And this again is the peachy color. And then I have a little short strand of the olive, which I might also, these are also calling to me. So I don't know what I'm going to make yet. But I pulled out a few green girl things too that I had near me. I've got this awesome Medusa, which would be really fun to add. I have this raven that I haven't done anything with and I just adore from Cynthia. So that's a possibility. I have a couple of Jesse James beads that have some pearls in it that were in my stash that I pulled out. And then I think I made this one with you, Cassandra. I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago. But these aren't pearls. They're check glass, but they look kind of like pearls. So I pulled that out too to maybe play with. So that's what I've got going on my table. I haven't even started, so who knows what I'll get done. But you can find all of the pearls I'm sharing at softluxcompany.com, and you can get 30% off right now while they last. And I'm going to pull it up to everybody again and see who would like to share what they're working on. Oh, I made it with you, Joyce. That makes sense. You know, when I was saying it, I did think of you, Joyce, when I was saying it out loud. And I was like, I don't know. But this seems like something I could possibly do with Cassandra too. So that was with you, Joyce. I've got that hanging out here to maybe play with. All right. So anyone who's ready to kind of pop over to their table, let me know and I'll give you a spotlight.
Trade beads in the kit that was sitting right next to me. And I just had to get started on stringing another one. So I just wanted to take a minute to show you guys that I kind of designed this kit in a way that I thought would feature the differences between the shapes and colors of the pearls and the trade beads. And I did that by doing a little bit of color blocking. And that's another thing that we're seeing as pretty popular right now. So basically just like the opposite of the ombre trend that was so popular a couple seasons ago. So what I'm doing here is, if it'll focus, let me see if I can turn the light on and see if that helps. I've been toggling the light on and off just to see what would do better. But I'm doing little sections of blocks of my beads, and I'm sticking to odd numbers just because odd numbers seem to work happily with people's brains. But you can see that I've got a section of these black and white striped Java beads. I've got 3 of these little striped trade style seed beads. Then I have 3 of the pearlized seed beads, and then 1 funky colored cultured pearl. And I separate the pearls from the other interesting beads with the solid color beads, the only solid color beads that we have in here other than the pearls, just so that they're highlighted a little bit more. And it gives your eye a little bit of a rest. You can more easily see the difference between the beads. It doesn't look difficult to focus on, I guess. And it just kind of makes everything make sense a little bit whenever you're able to see a clear difference between the wild patterns and prints of the fun beads that you use in your kind of trade style and colorful designs. So that's my little hot tip, is to give your eyes a little bit of a rest when you're using multiple patterns and colors and textures.
You did that so beautifully on that
Thank
design.
you.
Because it is like it almost reminds me of confetti. Like there's like
Yeah.
a lot, like happening, but it's not overwhelming. It feels really like comfortable too, and like
Right.
see at the same time. I don't know how you do it, Abby.
Oh, well, thanks. I string a whole lot and then I pull it all off. And then I string a whole lot and then I pull it all off. And so that's another thing that I want to share with you guys, is that a lot of this stuff doesn't come natural at first to all of us. It takes a lot of experimentation to learn these tricks. And we're so happy to be able to share our tricks and experiences and tips with you all. And we appreciate you guys being here with us, because this is a lot of fun for us too.
It really is. And that's such a good thing to remember. I always joke sometimes when I don't plan something out before I do a video that I'm sorry that you're all going to watch me like string and then unstring and then string and then unstring again.
Yeah. And I do want to just mention that I am using fine soft flex here. I made this one on medium and I struggled just a little bit to get through the pearls. So instead of putting medium in the kits for everybody, we decided to do the fine wire just so that it was a little bit easier to string through the pearls for you guys. And fine soft flex has, is it a 10 pound, 14 pound weight test? Do you know, Kristen?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I should know. I know. I know the other ones. I know there's like a 40 pound, a 26 pound, and then I think it's 14. Anyway, I'll look it up. I shouldn't have said anything and put you on the spot. But anyway, it's super strong because it's micro braided and nylon coated stainless steel wire, and it'll hold all these glass beads. This is a lightweight necklace anyway, but I just wanted to say, if you're rough on jewelry, don't worry about it being fine, because this is strong but flexible stuff.
The fine is still very flexible. Oh my gosh. I'm like looking for one. I know. Use it. It is 10 pounds. Yes. Okay, you were right. You had it right.
Well, we've been carrying soft flex products in our bead store for almost 20 years now. So amazing. I am embarrassed that I don't have it memorized, because I talk about it all day, every day. So
you talk about a lot of other things too, I'm sure, though.
Yeah, that's true, but almost everything goes on to soft flex in our store. So
it all comes back to soft flex. I love that.
Yes, it does.
Thanks, Abby. So you can find your kits at thebeadplace.net, right?
Yes. If you want one of these kits, and I believe it makes like a 24 to 28 inch adjustable necklace or wrap bracelet. The information is on our website. This one's called, These Pearls Are Cultured, which I love puns. So I thought that because these are different trade beads from around the world, that was kind of funny or punny. And then the other one that I mentioned earlier, if you're just tuning in, we have a necklace kit available that we brought out just for this event. This is the Baroque but not broke necklace kit. Because I don't know, I just think these look like caviar, bubble, pearl. I don't know. They just look really fancy and expensive.
They do look like caviar bubbles. That's such a great That's such a great explanation of them. I feel like they do.
Thank you.
Love it.
Okay.
Thanks, Abby.
Thank you.
Anyone else ready to show what's going on their table?
I care to share.
You can share. All right. You want me to bring in the hand cam one?
Sure, why not?
Okay. There we go.
I just have to say, Abby, I love your design that you just showed us so much.
Thank you.
Both of them are so different from each other and really, really cool. The Baroque style is so super trendy. And that's what I see when I look at these pearls here. Just a metal base with these really cool pearl studs around them. And I thought, man, this pearl is like so cool by itself, but like, how would it be if like more is more? And I just, instead of using like the duo that I have, my team so graciously sent me another set. Like, so for me, I'm thinking, how can I apply these pearls a little bit more? I love the idea of a choker. And actually there's 2 plans for chokers on my table right now. I was planning on starting with the sunglass croquis, but I think that's going to need a little bit more of development than I have bandwidth for whilst being on camera with you all. So I've pulled out a piece of like really fun decorative chain. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have a piece of decorative chain that just needs the spotlight or it needs another star to shine with it. So what I want to try to do is every 2 big links here, take one of these large, funky Baroque, but not Baroque pearls, if I may, and stick it in the middle here and just do like a little bit of a repeating pattern. For me, I am also an odd numbers rule the world in terms of jewelry making and design. So I only have 4, which is going to be maybe a little bit of a challenge for me. This could be a change where we just go with 3 of them and keep it more center focused, or maybe just try something new in lieu of doing a short collar choker style necklace that's more relating to going all the way around the neck and being kind of paired off and symmetrical going around. So that's project number 1. And then I'll just set this off to the side here. And then I grabbed some of my soft flex also. I thought that it matched this little blue palette that I have going on here so well. Let's slide this up for him better look. The ribbon that we have comes with these really cute little end clasps here, which lends itself so perfectly for creating the baseline for a necklace. So sure, we could string up the whole necklace, but I think what I want to do is just remove some of the beads that are on the side and focus on the singular pearl in the middle. Really pretty glass, perhaps add another spacer bead on the side there. And just keep this center portion in line because I really like the way that it's laid out already. And then I'm going to go ahead and just create a short, sweet, around the neck choker that's got this very regal pearl in the middle, super sweet ribbons to go all around the side. That's what's headed in the design direction on my mat over here.
Such a sweet direction. I love the ribbon accent there. I think that's going to be so pretty and romantic. Oh, how cute is that one too? I love that.
Yes, it just all depends to keep it monochromatic Lady Daphne style or maybe take it in a different direction.
Very cool. Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah, thanks, Kristen.
All right. Who else who else is ready to share what they're got on their table?
I am, Kristen.
You got it, Cynthia. Let's bring you in.
So,
look at all that beautiful purple magic happening. All the dark colors. So pretty.
So in this one, I decided to put these really kind of Baroque pearls here. I know I don't usually use even numbers, but sometimes it works when you are framing a piece. And what I mean by that is, say I have a lot of choices and I haven't decided. So one of the things that I like to do is add a piece after using wire and seed beads. These are some old pink heart because they have a pink center. They're vintage. I mean, you can use any kind of seed bead, but it's a kind of a callback to the silk that I'm using. This is a really comfortable way to end a necklace because it's silky, of course, and you know what? It's going to save you some time because I only had to do like a bracelet length right here, and the rest is going to be tied in a bow at the back. And I can add my piece with this piece of wire. So I'm going to test out a couple of things. It's kind of hard to decide. So anyway, this is one of those things I painted with the vintage paints and pigment powders. You add a little bit of the pigment powder with some of this product or the other matte, and you just lightly dust it on. And so I do different colors to get that soft pearlescent look. And what I like to do is just test it and see how it looks first. And since you want to look for that juxtaposition between soft and hard lines, neutrals, and pops of color. So a lot of this is very muted, and I like that contrast of the hot pink and this lovely pink here with those neutrals. That way it's kind of subtle. If you don't like it, you can always cut this off or untie because it's not permanently on there. And what I've noticed from Sundance catalog is a lot of that use between something soft like leather or ribbon. And in the past, I've seen many examples of the use of mixed materials. They're probably one of the first people to make that a really popular look. Something comfortable around the back of your neck. Because sometimes some of these things can be pinchy. So anyway, I had a couple of choices. I don't know about you, but this is the hard part of what pendant. So with this technique of adding it in wire, what I'll do is I'll just add it on there and wire wrap, just close it up once I've chosen. So I like to kind of see what will look good. This is a bronze material. This is like a bronze coin. These are on our shop. This is a pewter. We make fine pewter. And I'll just kind of switch between things and see what looks the best. It's kind of fun to do that. It's almost like those fashion plates from the 80s. They could keep switching it out and say, hey, what looks good? I don't know. I have to decide. That's what I have so far. And we can come back to me in a few minutes and say what was finally chosen. But in the meantime, I was making these earrings. This is kunzite, which is also in the kit that I was showing you. This beautiful pearl kit with those soft colors. It's kunzite. There's chalcedony, blue chalcedony. And what is this pink? They call it, like a pink agate, a cherry blossom. I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up. But easy earrings. Look at that.
So beautiful, Cynthia. And I love the mention of the fashion plates. Those were like my favorite when I was a kid, because I really don't like making definite decisions. So the idea of constantly changing.
Yeah, it's so easy to switch it around, and that's part of the fun is getting into your flow state and just enjoying the process of making and allowing your hands to do the thinking and not being afraid to take that time and take things apart. This isn't, the whole goal of this, I think, is not to make as many pieces as you can in like a production line, but to allow your brain to kind of explore different pathways with different materials. And that's, I think, part of the enjoyment of beadwork.
Oh, I couldn't have said it any better. That was perfect. Can we put that somewhere on like a
yeah, I just feel like it's part of almost like wellness.
I love it. And it's just fun to watch you switch out all the different pendant options and how just the pendant change really changes the feeling of the piece entirely. There's no right or wrong option, it's just what is calling you and what is giving you the best feeling possible when you're creating.
Yeah, I think it's a really relaxing way to make. If you're getting frustrated, and I just read about this recently, if you're creating and you're finding yourself getting kind of annoyed and aggravated, remember that feeling, that frustration is your brain experiencing neural pathways being expanded and flashing and flaring. So it's like exercise for your brain. So embrace that discomfort of, oh my gosh, am I going to do 3 here or 4 here? And I don't love this. Cut it apart. And that kind of frustration is actually a type of growth. So, just kind of lean into it.
Yes. And the beauty is you can always change your mind if you finish it up and you're really just out a time and maybe you're stringing material, right? Like everything else can be reused and restrung up differently if you decide you want to change it.
Right. And the way I did this is it's strung on soft flex and I put a crimp here and I just tied this. So in theory, I could sew this on for a tighter, more finished look. But if I didn't love this, I could switch it out to something more neutral, like a leather. That might suit it. Or it's kind of bracelet length. And if I'm like, oh, this would make a better bracelet, right? I could always add another piece to put a button clasp on there. Or I have these 2 options. And, it's one of those things that you don't have to, it's not wasted. It's not, even if you have to redo it, every time you make something, that experience is in your hands. It's that muscle memory. And you can just use that as, it's almost like you're exercising.
That's a great way of thinking of it, especially because we're in a society where always kind of people are always trying to feel like, well, what's the point, right? About certain things. Oh, if I don't make something, what's the point? Well, the point is the journey. The point is opening up your mind. The point is building that muscle memory. The point is not always the destination. It's not always the end.
Exactly. I feel like a lot of times people want instant gratification. And while you can get that in beadwork, there's something to be said of making a mistake and having to pull it out. Like I don't know if anybody else knits or crochets or any of those other things, but it's very common to make something that looks like trash and doesn't fit you at all. And you're going to have to rip the whole thing out. And in that regard, you don't consider that time as completely wasted because you've expanded your skills or you've practiced something and now you can do it. You have hours learning that and your hands remember. So I feel like just time well spent. It used to be where people would learn a craft and they would spend decades and that was accepted. Now we're in a kind of a culture where everything has to be a side hustle and we have to monetize everything. Sometimes this is just, think of it as wellness. And you know what? Your brain needs a moment of rest and relaxation, and beading can for sure be one of the most enjoyable experiences that you can have.
100%. Thank you. Oh, Cynthia for the win, says Sarah James, Jesse James.
That was so beautiful, Cynthia. Like, really, though, that's just, you hit the nail on the head, and everything that you're saying is just so true. So thank you for bringing that to light.
Thank you.
I did want to answer a question. I saw that, Abby, you answered it in the comments, but somebody was asking, Jean was asking, why can't I see what anyone else is saying? And that is because we are streaming live to multiple different places. So depending on where you're watching, there may be more comments or less comments just for how many viewers are on there. So we're kind of spread around. And that's why I like to highlight comments when people say them too, so that if you're watching on a different stream, then you can see what's being said other places. All right. Anyone else? How are you doing, Danielle? You want to come over to your table? You've been quiet over there. Busy.
Yeah, I've been making. Let me switch my camera and I'll show you what I actually did finish something.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm out of pearls for my second, so it's a one-ear wonder just for the moment. But I will get more.
It's a beautiful pendant too.
Oh, it can be a pendant. Yeah, it could absolutely be a pendant.
It's stunning. Can you bring it closer to the camera, like hold it up?
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of dance.
Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. And
I love
like,
the sparkle.
I feel like it's so like fringy and girly, but not at the same time, right? I think it must be the
Right.
colors and just like the straightness of it. So how you did that was how? Did you do one longer strand in the back and one shorter? Or is it
Yeah.
every other one?
It's every other one. Yeah, I just did one simple row of brick stitch with the 11 O's, and then the first one has 7, and then the second ones have 20. Then it just goes 720, 720 the whole way.
Oh my gosh. I love how it's so funny how they kind of fall in line and it almost looks like they're behind and on top of, but they're actually every other.
I have another idea I want to try that would kind of cascade them down into a point. But you would need to kind of offset the counts so that they wouldn't overlap each other. Otherwise, you'll get kind of like what my hair does when I don't straighten it.
It kind of goes off to the side a little bit.
Yes. So that's my dream for the next one that I make. And I have some other size pearls I might try this with too, because that will look cool. To me, it looks like a little flapper dress, kind of 1920s almost.
It totally does. I know. I love the layers. Becky says I love the layers. I think the layers are just so charming. Like they're just really, really cool.
Thank you.
You're getting a lot of love.
Yeah,
So
I enjoyed this one. It's fun.
I think the shape of the pearls is just so cute too. Like it's not a perfectly round shape. It's kind of a squatty shape. And
it is. I like the shape a lot. It is let me get you guys the size of that. It's 4-5 millimeter semi-round, is that what it says? They kind of have a flatness to them, almost like were we talking about donuts earlier? Someone was talking about donuts today.
No, I don't think
I want a donut really bad. Sorry.
That was just in your head, Danielle. You ready for that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so fun. Yes, everyone's loving the cascading idea. It's amazing how many things you can do with that brick stitch. It just boggles my mind, all the ideas you come up with.
Oh, that's a great idea to do a double point stack. That would be very cool. I want to try that too.
So lovely. Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.
All right. Who else wants to share what they've got going on at their table? Let's see. Cassandra. All right. Let me find your hand cam, Cassandra.
Oh, I'm logging back in here. Just
okay. I was like, am I missing it?
No, that was me. I'm going the wrong direction too, so I don't know if that'll I can flip it around if I need to, but there, got it.
Let's see. We'll add you to the stage here, and then that's what it looks like right now.
Yeah, I'll flip it, give you guys the crazy view until the camera does its thing. There we go. So I have been working on, it's so funny listening to everybody's experiences and thoughts about their process. It's like, listening to a mirrored version of what is going through your own head so often. And just so brilliant. I have to kind of go back to what Cynthia was talking about and being, basically kind with yourself when you're creating, because I think it's really something that we all, especially those of us that work in the industry, right, can get really hard on ourselves for not perfecting something from the get-go or always making it about work. So thank you for reminding us of that, guys. But this is going to be a wrap bracelet with rounds. That's my goal. And also harkening back to what Abby was talking about, I have been using fine soft flex with both my glass pearls and my freshwater pearls. And then I switched over to a medium here and instantly regretted my life choices. So highly recommend the 0.014 fine soft flux. The medium is going to give you like a sturdiness and a shape that you won't get as much with the fine, but you will like struggle to put every single pearl on your cord. And people might not assume that that would be true with the glass pearls, but it actually has a very similar issue with the hole sizes due to the way that they are coated. So these were some of the colors that I special ordered when we were in the Czech Republic. And they have this just really gorgeous lustery shine to them. But when you pull them off the strands, like some of them will even kind of stick to one another because you've got that coating the way that they're produced. And I got to see this in the factory we were at. They're put onto a cotton strand, hundreds and hundreds of these glass beads, and then they dip them into that pearl coating finish. So you are going to run into some of that same struggle of trying to get these over the medium cord, but it's doable. I'm making it work because after I got through a few, I was just like, here we are. This is happening. The other thing I wanted to point out about the pattern that I'm using is I'm someone that really likes the idea of trying to be random, but then struggles because I think about every single bead I put on my cord if I'm doing a completely random pattern. So this pattern, I think, kind of achieves a random look, but then I still have a pattern too. I've got a seed bead, a 3mm, what I'm calling an accent bead, just a different colored seed bead in a different size, and then a 3mm. So the 3s and 4s are all that same teal ocean color of the glass pearls. And then I've got a size 11 seed bead spacing out sections of that. And I've got a tiny little 2mm fire polish bead there that gives a little teeny tiny sparkle and also kind of pulls in some of the darker colors of these glass seashells.
So cool. And I will tell you, yes, medium is for sure tricky when it comes to pearls. We definitely suggest using fine most of the time because of those little holes. I do tend to use medium because I just always tend to use medium. But you're going to end up with some things that just don't string. And that, if you're okay with that, then fine. If not, go with that fine. Then you won't really have that. You won't have that problem. And we're seeing a lot of comments for that green that you flashed on there, Cassandra, because it really, that green just sort of like glowed on screen. Oh my gosh.
That is like when we were ordering it. So I had a friend that we were placing our order together. So she would take more of certain colors. I would take more of other colors. And she was just like so certain that this green was something we needed to do. And I was terrified that it was going to look awful. And so I was just like, I will take the least amount of that color.
You're like, I'm not on board with that. I don't think it's good.
Yeah. And then in person, it was just like, oh, thank goodness we got it because it's definitely just a necessary accent. It's great for summer. And with that pearl finish and then the brighter green color, that it just glows in a way that I've not seen many other beads. It almost reminds me of those miracle beads. Do you guys remember those from back in the day?
Yes, it does kind of remind you of that. And it really glowed like big time on the camera. So it's really an interesting bead to play with.
Yeah, for sure. And then I wanted to just drop the link again for everybody. I did go through and on the kits I created for today, as well as the glass beads, and I listed some beautiful freshwater pearl strands and individual beads. I've got those all filtered under one searchable Inspired by Pearls link on our website. So I just dropped that again in the comments for everybody.
Fantastic. Thanks, Cassandra.
Thank you so much, Goodness.
I know. I've been thinking about Sarah actually, just as as we've been doing this. So sending Sarah so much love. She is the spirit, the person behind the scenes for sure for a lot of these events. She loves to collaborate, and this was an idea that she and Abby talked about together. And so missing Sarah so much right now, and just glad she's able to take this time to be with her family, and so sorry for everything that she's going through. Just always sending her lots and lots of love. So I think it was just fortuitous that you said her name, just so I had a chance to say hello to my dear friend if she's out there watching, and how much we love and miss you. And, just so sorry for everything that they're going through right now. And if you don't know, you can go check out more information over at the Caring Bridge journal that she writes for her husband, Joshua Ayler. He has just passed this past week. So it's just been really, really, really hard and really heartbreaking. And they're just an amazing family. She's an amazing coworker, person, wife, mother, friend, and we all just love you so much, Sarah. All right, so I don't think we've seen Heather in a little while. Are you ready over there, Miss Heather?
1 second.
Sure.
Okay. All right, I'm ready. So I have finished this bracelet that I use the stick pearls, and the stick pearls are like super crusty, which I kind of love.
They're so fun. I haven't seen stick pearls in so long. It's so fun to see them.
I'm definitely not a bead snob. I don't need the A quality, as long as it like fits my aesthetic and works. So that's my finished bracelet that I did here with the pearls, and just strung it with the ever popular fine soft flex that you guys were talking about. And then I covered up all my little crimps with little crimp beads, which come in super handy, so you don't have to see any of the ugliness.
Yeah.
And then here's my pendant that I did, the starfish, and I did the soft flex. I used the metallic copper, or let's see, copper. This is what I used, and I did a crimp on the bottom, and then I tied it just like I tie my wax linen. And so I had wrapped it like 2 times around and then tied it underneath the loop. I think I did 3 knots, and then covered it with the crimp bead, so that nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Look at that. It looks so cool. I love the way you use the stick pearls on that design too. That's so great.
And then I was feeling kind of inspired by Cynthia's little pep talk, and I think I wanted to whip all of these out really quick, but I think I'm going to take this one and knot it on gray wax linen. I think that'll be a very enjoyable process and will look really pretty with this. So I'm going to do that. And then the last one I'm working on is, and I'm not sure if I'm 100% about this, but I took this component and stuck it through and made a little bail and poked holes on either side. And I'm going to do some pearls going upward. So we'll see where that turns out. So that's what I've got so
really
far.
Neat. I love it. You got so much done.
Well, soft flex and a few crimps really make it go quickly.
It does. And you're getting some love on that faux tin. Tell us a little bit more about that, because you said you have a class for making those, right?
Yes. So the faux tin, I call it faux tin. It's actually images on copper, and these are my drawings. And we do a proprietary system that we came up with to transfer images permanently onto metal. And so we teach you guys how to do that. We teach you how to make all the metal shapes, and we have a whole day of jewelry making. It's just a super fun class. We've had rave reviews and so many great student projects from it. And so this is one of the components that we make in the class. And that is going to be, I don't have the dates right in front of me. It's the end of July. The end of July. And you guys can go to humblebeads.com and read all about that.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's a class
and you
that
can be
really
a complete metalwork beginner. You don't have to know anything. We walk you through step by step.
That's gorgeous. I love it. And what about all the other stuff you're showing? Is all of it available? Is some of it available?
Okay, the pearls are my stash, my personal stash collected from Bead and Button and Bead Fest and all the shows over the years, and Cassandra's bead shop.
She carries a lot of good stuff over there.
She
Beads to live
does.
by.
And then my artisan beads would be like the starfish, the bird, the disc beads, all of the check glass that I showed you guys. This component right here, that's all the stuff that we carry at humblebeads.com.
Beautiful. You're getting a lot of love for your super fun class that you teach, and that it's an amazing class. As Sandy Colidi loves all of your techniques.
Thank you guys.
I agree. Heather's got some beautiful, beautiful designs. And I just love how you get to infuse your artwork and your drawing with your jewelry work. And you just do it all so beautifully. Yeah, that's like the sweet spot, isn't it?
It is. I love it so much.
Thanks so much, Heather. And you can find all this stuff over at humblebeads.com. You can find out more about her class and sell all these beautiful components and beads that Heather makes.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Anyone else? What else is going on people's tables? I can show you what I'm kind of doing. I'm definitely not done yet. And then anyone else, let me know where you're at. So I've been playing with, I don't know what I'm doing actually. It's kind of just like as I'm talking and switching links and whatnot, I'm stringing random things I pick up off the table without a whole lot of thought. But I'm thinking of making a bracelet perhaps, but it's a little off kilter with the sizes at the moment. So I don't know if I'm going to turn it into a necklace or something instead.
I love that, Kristen. You've used all of our beads. It's like,
I know.
I'm so honored to be part of it with everybody else.
I know. I just happened to have like my bead, what's it called? My bead soup over here next to me. So I grabbed this really pretty Jesse James beads here. And then this one is an old wood bead that I did this little beading around, which I learned from Joyce. I thought it was Cassandra because she does a lot of 2-hole bead stuff too, but I think this actually was with Joyce. And then I've got these really pretty green cornflakes, which are just totally, this color is my jam over here. And yeah, I'm just kind of making a little treasure bracelet. Maybe I just need to find something else. I'm almost thinking like a big ring over here that I can put my clasp on and then maybe dangle some stuff from it. And that'll kind of even it out a little bit. But that's what's happening on my table. It's what can I make while I'm doing 10 other things? Oh, Linda's asking where you can buy those lime green beads. Are you talking about the ones that Cassandra showed before that were like glowing? Those are at beadstoliveby.com, right, Cassandra? It's .com, right?
Yes, it is. And
Oh,
I've got that link. I'll throw that link down one more time because those are within the Inspired by Pearls group that I kind of devised on my website.
Oh, you got a whole section where they can find that. Yes. So the color that I'm using here in these cornflakes, I think was olive. Yes, this is the olive color. We have some really pretty colors at Softflex Company. I think we've got like a copper, and we've also got peach and white, of course, but we have an olive green, and then we've got like a gray green, and then also some copper and some champagne colors. Some really, really pretty. Linda's saying she can't find them in there. So maybe just...
I linked the individual listing
cool.
for her. I think they probably look a little different in the photo than they do on the video.
Yeah, the video, it was just like, boom. Really cool. Does anyone else want to share what they're working on, or if they finished anything, or... Or are we ready to wrap it up for this evening?
That's going to be some record timing, I think, for this group if we are
I
already
know.
done.
How did that happen, right?
Craziness.
I did have 2 beads that didn't fit on my medium soft flex. Just so you know, I'm using the medium because I'm a medium girl, and I was able to string all of my cornflakes except for just 2 little ones. So I will put those aside. Maybe I'll put them on a fine for an earring or something. They're so, so cute. But I think if I wanted to do this one, if you wanted to make sure every bead fits, go with the fine. If you're okay with just kind of letting it roll, and if it doesn't fit, putting it aside, then you could use your medium. That would be my tip.
Kristen, do you guys have any of those stick pearls that Heather was using? I was just thinking about how I think I came across a few in my the depths of my storage area / majority of our basement when I was pulling stuff for this week. So
we do not.
I could either do some. People should maybe let me know if they want like a giant strand of them. They're not always very inexpensive. Or I could do like little sections of them and split the strand up.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while. I don't know. Does anyone else in the group carry those stick pearls? Nope. I know. It was like a blast from the past when I saw them on Heather's design.
Yeah, guys, I bought them a million years ago at Bead and Button, like probably 10 years ago.
Heather's been hoarding them for a very long time.
I have been. They've been
it's a beautiful color too. Yeah. Cindy's asking, did I miss knotting the wire? I think Heather knotted the wire on her own in the background.
I did.
Yeah. So, but I will say that Danielle Wicks and I have, we have done a soft flex wire knotting video. We did it on, there it is. I have my little example that I did here. Of course, it's in green and copper again. Surprise, surprise. But this is on the soft flex chrysoprase wire color, and it's knotted. And this is probably just like my first or second attempt. So I do need a little more practice to make sure I get my knots like closer to my beads. But I think it came out pretty neat. And you can find that on Softflex Company's YouTube channel. It was a beading party with Danielle Wicks. And I think we have it labeled as knotting Softflex wire. So you should be able to find that if you search pretty easily.
I love those pearls, Kristen.
Oh, they're pretty. They're actually from Danielle over and John Bead. So they're glass pearls that she had given me.
Gorgeous.
So pretty. Perfect color. Split the stick pearls, said Anne.
Split the stick pearls. All right, we got to vote.
Oh, and Michelle is saying, Danielle, she would love to see a tutorial for the piece you made today.
Okay, I will do one.
Look at how easy was that, huh? You just have to ask Danielle and she'll create it.
Danielle is the best.
Well, thank you.
Annie wants to see Sarah's creation. Did you finish, Sarah? Let's go pop over to you.
I've got 2 things. So what were you guys calling it when you make just one earring? There was a name.
Like a mismatched earring or asymmetrical?
No, I thought that Danielle called it something when she had just like one earring made, but whatever.
A pendant? No, I'm just kidding.
1 year wonder.
A 1 year wonder. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I took my funky pearl bead. This actually, when we were talking about like Baroque, just at the start of this year, Jessie James Beads, our first specialty collection of the year, we do one every single month. Our first specialty couture collection was the Renaissance Rebirth, and it was all tapping into these pearl studded and very like Renaissance, like sort of like medieval kind of style that we were seeing in a lot of like Vogue and Glamour fashion magazine. So that's where these pearls came from. But how fun to be able, like, I haven't made them into anything just yet. So what I've done here is created just a little bit of a wire wrap loop on both sides. And then I dangled one of those large hole beads from the cape strand Here's the rest of the beads. But I just took one for the one earring, and I used a kidney bean ear wire, which is some of my favorites because I just love the way that they dangle and they give you like a bold statement earring without being too heavy. You know, like I like the way it like dangles right at the chin length. So that was my my little earring that I made here. And then this was my thanks so much. And I've got to say, full disclosure, I love jewelry. I love fashion. I love beads and putting together components and being so inspired by our fellow jewelry designers. But I'm more of a crafter than a jewelry maker. So being invited to come here and hang out with such incredible jewelry designers was one, a little bit daunting, but also so inspiring. So that's why, Cynthia, when you were saying what you were saying before, it really just tugged on my heartstrings and made me feel so good to feel comfortable and just like let the beads do the work and not be so nervous about whether it's right or wrong and to just be able to go with it. And what came out from it was this really great one ear wonder, which will have a duet when I make its matching pair. Maybe it'll be asymmetrical or an exact match. So that's my earring.
Oh, that's so, you gave me chills when you said that. That's what it's all about, right? It's so sweet.
I told Rodrigo, my husband, last night, I'm like, I'm a little nervous. He's like, just go out there and tell them that you're a noob. Tell them that, like, you know,
this is new to you. And it, you know,
no, I can do it. And then we have technology issues in the beginning. So it's just been, you know, kind of full circle here on the beading mat. But my second project is my choker. And if we go back to the hand cam, like hold it up on my neck. It's just the little pieces of the ribbon here with some pearls in the middle.
Oh, it's so pretty. Do you want me to go to your face cam, you said?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Hi.
I love it.
So I had to play around with the jump rings on the back so that it was going to lay flat and that it was going to be just the right length. Because even when I held the choker up to my neck, it was still a little short, you don't want to, I mean, it's supposed to be a choker, but you don't want to actually choke yourself. So this is my around the neck piece. I just center her out here.
Oh, it looks so good.
Thanks.
That is super Bridgerton.
I had a lot of fun making it. So again, thank you to Softlex Company for inviting Jesse James Beads and myself to come.
Of course.
And the Bridgerton collection, all of the beads that I got to show off here is over at jessiejamesbeads.com. We have 10% off the collection for you guys who are watching tonight. And that code is PEARLS10. There's no minimum, but it's for the collection called Society Papers. And you can find that over at the shop under limited edition, as well as some of our other collections from around the year. If you haven't gotten to see them yet, there's some really cool things to peep over there.
Very charming. Yes, I agree. Very charming choker, Sarah. So pretty and so feminine.
Aww.
And Dorothy would like to know how married life is treating you. It sounds like Rodrigo's fantastic.
Married life is just wonderful. It's really going great. Thank you so much. Ownership and us. It's me and my husband and our dog here in the mountains of Evergreen, and it's just lovely. Thank you so much.
Oh, coming on a year, you said, right?
I know, it's wild.
That is wild. That went fast.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have something to show or tell us about your shop or anything you have going on that we haven't covered? Let me know.
I wouldn't mind showing my final choice.
You got it.
What I picked for my necklace.
Let's see. Ooh. I love the dangle on there.
Yeah, aren't those pretty? I love those pearls. I tend to look for pearls and stones that have a nice, generous hole. So that to me, I don't like the frustration, so I'm always hunting. So the ones in this kit have a pretty good size so that I could get head pins through there. And I like to make one earring at a time, a one ear wonder, as I heard it said a moment ago. And the reason is so that if I don't love it, I didn't go through the rigmarole of making two of them. You can always make an asymmetrical. If you're like, oh, do I love it? Do I not love it? You can just, figure out how to do something that has the visual balance of a asymmetrical, like you could go in and do something like that for the other side. You just want to have that visual weight. You know what I mean? Like something silver down at this end to make that kind of work. I don't know. But
That's
anyway, I
such a
painted
pretty
these.
earring. That is
Oh,
really,
thank
really
you.
pretty.
That's with the, I did a live a couple nights ago. I don't know if y'all know this, but on Sundays at 7 Eastern time, Azalea and I go live and show for about an hour and a half. We'll do a little tutorial and sometimes a live sale of the projects that we've been making through the week. And a couple weeks ago, I showed how to do this finish on pewter. You could do it on any kind of metal. It's an easy pigment powder to get that sort of watercolor look. That's the same as this one and this one. So that's on our YouTube channel if you want to check that out, and on our Facebook page. So if you want to see those techniques, that's in there. All right. Thank you.
So cool. You're always showing lots and lots of different techniques. So Cynthia's, just an artist all around, and she's always sharing. You never know what you're going to find, really. It could be drawing, it could be painting, it could be metalwork, it could be casting, it could be stringing, it could be knotting, it could
be so many things. It could be so many things. I just love the creative process. It just nourishes the soul, I think. I'm so smitten with these faceted pearls. They don't show up on this light, but they're very iridescent and rainbowy. I love them. I'm going to make more earrings with these. And there's quite a good amount in that little kit. So I think we have a few left. And they're posted on our website. Azalea dropped a link for us in there. I don't know if it's still...
I don't see it now, but it's at greengirlstudios.com. Is that correct?
Studios. Yes.
Yeah, greengirlstudios.com. So go check out what she's got going on over there. And then where do you do your lives? Is it on Facebook? Is it on YouTube?
We do it
Is
on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Trying to bring in Instagram, but that's such a rigmarole to get in there and do to do StreamYard with it, jump through a lot of hoops. So
yeah, they don't make it easy over there.
They don't.
Beautiful, Cynthia. Everyone is loving your designs. Always artistic, always so magical. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, crew. Anybody else want to share what's going on over there, or talk a little bit about what their shop or anything else they got happening right now? No, Danielle, where can we find the stuff that you use today? Do you have it in your shop?
I don't, but if I could probably put it together. I just kind of grabbed stuff that I felt like I wanted to use when I just went through my stash, my bead stash. And, I have such a backlog of dreams that I have things I want to make. And this was just one on the list. And it was a pearl celebration. And I had these pearls and they're literally put together in a bag. I have bags like that all over my studio, but I save part numbers. So I can absolutely share the part numbers for everything I used. And then if enough people want it, maybe I'll do a kit or two.
Just hanging and bringing the inspiration and getting a chance to play and design on your own. I love that. Thank you for coming and sharing your heart and your mind and all of your beautiful designs. And if anyone wants some of the products, just send her a message. How would they find you?
So I'm on Instagram as @DanielleWicksJewelry, and you can also find me on Facebook under the same @DanielleWicksJewelry. Those are the best ways. Usually I check those regularly, both Messenger and Instagram DMs.
Awesome. So if they want any...
And my website, I forgot my website, is DanielleWicksJewelry.com.
Perfect. Does that kind of feed off to everywhere else too?
That will take you everywhere. So yeah, and I have a YouTube channel you can find from there and things like that.
DanielleWicksJewelry.com. Did I get everyone? Did I share everyone's website and stuff? I lost track. So if I didn't, speak now or forever hold your peace. No. This has been so awesome. It's been such a fun night with all of you. And I just want to say a big, huge thank you to everyone that came and hung out with us in the comments, and everyone here that shared all of the beautiful pearly ideas from your stash and from your shops, and all of the beautiful things inspiration and design ideas. And I know that all of us have regular shows, so be sure to check us out on Facebook and YouTube specifically. I know that we're all pretty much in those spaces, as well as our websites, and you can get links to all of the stuff that we were sharing today. If you have any questions for a designer specifically, just reach out to them, through their page or through their website, their email, and I'm sure they'll be happy to help you, point you in the right direction for the products that we shared or the projects that we shared. And just want to say thanks to everybody. This has been so much fun.
Thank you so much, Kristen. I had such a great time with everybody. You guys are amazing. Sarah James, you cracked me up because the first time I ever did a live with you, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going live with like big wigs on Facebook and YouTube. So you need not to worry about hanging out with other people either.
See, we all feel like noobs when it comes down to it, don't we?
Well, you guys are so inspirational. All of your stores are so incredible and unique. The artistry, the love, craft, and just pouring all your heart and soul into it. At Jesse James Beads, our motto that everything we do is all heart. And I feel that from all of you as well. So this has just been such a treat to end Friday and to kick off the weekend. Thank you.
And you guys stay tuned for more of these. We are going to be doing more inspired by series in the future. So I hope you like it and let us know what you thought. And look forward. We're going to probably tackle Sundance again because that was such a fun catalog and just super great to do that. So we'll do that again this year. And then we have some other ideas in store for you as well. So thanks for hanging out with us on this design party. Love to all of you out there and love to all of the presenters and designers that showed up with me here. We'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.
See you guys.
Bye. Thanks, guys.